Letway, which is bare knuckle like Muay Thai style with headbutts. That's David Leduc, that fucking savage.
Yeah.
He's the king of that shit.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the rare guys that like puts combinations together with headbutts. So like as he's holding pads, he headbutts the pads.
Yeah, he's got a good social media too.
Yeah.
Just like him like breaking watermelons and shit with headbutts.
You know, there's a lot of UFC fans probably listening to this podcast just hearing about Letway for the first time.
For people at home, there's 55 million people in Myanmar, and their national sport is Letway.
Myanmar, the home of Lethway. It is a country of rich resources, beautiful temples, and a medieval society with a large population of Buddhists. But it is a country that has suffered decades of military rule. Lethway has been, and still is, a unifying sport that helps bring the people of Myanmar together. Even through the current dark stages of military suppression, its importance to suffering people in bringing hope and unity cannot be questioned. It is commonly known as the art of 9 limbs due to the selection of weapons the fighters have at hand.
The rules, I like to say there's no rules, but obviously you can't eye gouge, you can't kicking the balls, the basic stuff. No gloves, headbutts allowed, takedowns allowed.
Because traditional Letway, it's KO only to win. We forgot to say that.
Really?
There's no point system.
No points. How long are the rounds? Are they normal length? 3 minutes?
5 rounds of 3 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But
So
then,
it's very similar to Muay Thai.
Yes, but then the crazy part, which my fights I fought in traditional Letway rules, is that you have an injury timeout.
Okay, so you get KO'd.
Yeah.
And the fight's not over?
This literally means a fighter can be knocked out twice before they are defeated. Lethway matches date back to the 2nd century BC, and the fighting style was used by ancient Myanmar armies in warfare. The ancient matches were first held in sandpits, which became a staple point of Burmese culture. The only aspect of Lethway which has changed over the past 1,000 years is the use of a ring over a sandpit.
I called up the prison fight promoter, and at the time I said, you have a fight for me, like I need to get money. If you want, I have this guy, is Tutu, T-O-O-T-O. He's undefeated champ in Letway rules, 36
His
fights.
name is Tutu?
Tutu.
Wow.
That's his real name.
He was undefeated in how many fights?
36 fights. That means it's all KO, right? So he's like, well, how many fights you have? Well, I have 10 Muay Thai fights. He's like, well, Muay Thai? Well, he's, 50 fights in Letway, and you have 10 fights in Muay Thai. Well, let me do something. He lied on my record. He said I have 40 fights.
Dave's first fight in Lethway was against the champion Tutu. Tutu was undefeated in 36 fights and a giant in Lethway.
I go to the fight and some kind of energy comes in my body, I don't know.
Dave's experience of 10 fights in Muay Thai appeared inferior,
I just disfigured him.
with Dave dominating Tutu each round, applying intense pressure to his opponent, but unfortunately was unable to knock him out, meaning the fight ended in a draw. But hope was not lost. This one-sided fight left many in Myanmar impressed. So impressed in fact that Tuntun Min, the open weight world champion in Lethway, challenged Dave, eager to crush the foreigner's progression.
I beat up Tutu, and then I get right away challenged by Tuntun Min, the open weight. So the best in the country. When you open weight champ, you're the best in the world in Letway, right? The biggest and the strongest. So he's a 3rd, 4th, 5th generation Letway fighter. His grandfather was a Letway fighter, and they were all golden belts winners, right? So he's born in the, like, if you look where he lives, it's raw, man. It's the hut, it's in the jungle, and he's raised in the headbutt culture. Like, he's an animal. He's a head hunter. He just goes for the head, and he has a good right hand. Only my 2nd Letway fight ever, right? And I'm fighting the best.
2 legends in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they want again. They like, oh, Tutu didn't get him, so let's get Tutu Min to fuck him up, right?
The match was closely contested and ended in a draw. The fight had gained so much hype and made news. Dave had earned the respect of the people of Myanmar, and through the demand of the Myanmar people and Lethway fans, a rematch was put in place only 2 months later. This time, the stakes for Dave Leduc would be even higher.
So then the promoter calls me, so, hey, you got that fight in December? If you win, you want to get married in Myanmar? I said, yeah. So it's going to be a Myanmar traditional wedding. If you win this fight, It's December 2016. If you win this fight, we're gonna pay for your wedding, and it's for the golden belt.
It is needless to say Dave accepted. The chance to become the Lethwei champion and marry the love of his life in the country that granted him a chance to fulfill his dream was so close.
It's all about who wants it the most in a fight, you know, who wants it the most. Two guys, same size, same shape, same cardio. Who's gonna win? Well, chances are it's the guy that is the most hungry.
You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. I can't be stopped now, I can't stop. I can't be stopped now, I can't stop. I can't be stopped now, I can't stop. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. Lions, tigers, bears are my king of the jungle, I stand for the pride. Beat on my chest, that's the rhythm inside. I got so much heart, I'm burning with fire. Can't stop, won't stop till I drop. Keep climbing for the top. Simmer down, you too loud, people around. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop.
It's now time for the highly anticipated rematch. Millions around Myanmar are tuning in to watch this fight, and Dave's journey has led him to this point. If he wins this match, he will become the champion and his wedding will be televised and paid for. Tun Min and Dave battled it out in a sold-out arena, throwing spinning elbows, landing heavy kicks and devastating knees. But by the third round it was Tun Min who crumbled. Severe damage to his leg meant he could no longer continue. Over one night, Dave Leduc had turned into a Lethwei superstar. For Dave Leduc, the open-weight Lethwei champion, his dreams had come true. His fiancée always believed this day would come, even through all their hardships, living off $50 per week.
Like someone told me that your wedding, 30 million people watched your wedding on television there?
More than that, I think, but yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Dave was now happily married and was branded as the Lethwei King. After consolidating his reign as the greatest, Dave went on to teach seminars on the art of Lethwei, traveling around the world. Dave's life had changed for the better. His journey serves as a reminder that in pursuing one's dream, one must overcome regular setbacks, no matter how devastating, and continue to hold on to the belief that with hard work, dedication and passion, nothing can stand in the way.
It is a crazy life, but it's a really crazy life if you follow your passions.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking crazy, boring life if you don't. Really, the key, I think, to happiness in life is being honest with yourself and finding whatever it is that's attractive to you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that draws you, whether it's animation or sculpture or making clothes. Everyone has a thing. Find the time to pursue it and set up your life so that you have the time to pursue it.
And now they're scared sometimes. Oh, but if I do this, there's not going to be income around it. But they just have to persevere, and money will come. And it's true. You can do whatever. You can do whatever you want.
The world to me. Thank you so much, guys. Ever since I come into Lightweight, I never look back. This was my life. I want to shout out to my wife, my lovely wife. I love you so much. She's there always by my side, stressing. Thank you, Irene, my wife.